that when you are preparing walking sticks, you put it on fire so that you prepare it well. So they say you don't do 2 of them because one will burn. But I think we have succeeded. We are almost doing 2 of them successfully. Tumechelewa kidogo kwa sababu this is International ID Day. Na it's a national event. We would have held it elsewhere, but we decided we do it together here in Homabay. It was important for us, strategic, because Homabay is a border county, and Homabay also is one of those counties that has many Kenyans who are yet to take their identity card. As part of awareness, it was important that we have this day here, and as a result, we have delayed. Karibuni kwa Jukwaa La Usalama. Hii ni baraza la 40, the 40th forum ya Jukwaa La Usalama, ambayo tulianza kitambo sana huko Mombasa, tarehe 7 I think, mwezi wa 4, na tumefanya safari ya mbali, tumefika hapa. Nia ya Jukwaa La Usalama ni kushirikiana, kuelewana, kusikilizana. Mnajua kwamba Mheshimiwa Rais alibuni sera mpya ya bottom up economic transformation agenda, ambaye yote inalenga kusikiliza wananchi, kufanya mambo kutoka chini kwenda juu, ikiwa ni maendeleo ama mambo ya demokrasia na pia mambo ya uongozi. Na unaona mambo ya security, tunataka kusikiliza wale ambao they are wearing the shoe, the ones who are at the lowest administrative unit, kutoka assistant chief to OCSs. Tunataka kuwasikiliza vizuri, tuone ni njia gani tunaweza boresha mambo ya usalama na huduma katika kaunti yetu hii ya Homabay. Tumesikiliza wananchi kutoka kaunti zingine na maofisa kutoka kaunti zingine, na tumebuni tayari sera tofauti. Hii sio kikao ya kuongea tu. Hapa tumekuja kikazi. Leo tungekuwa ofisi Nairobi, Harambee House, tukifanya mambo ya kusikiliza watu. Unapata mtu mmoja, pengine ningeita county commissioner na regional commissioner, niwaulize mambo ya Homabay, wananiambia, naandika, wanaambia kuna mahali inaitwa Sena inahitaji border patrol unit, kuna mahali inaitwa Muhuru Bay inataka strength lakini ni tofauti tukikuja hapa chini tusikie assistant chief akisema hiyo maneno, kwa sababu kuna hii vile atachangia kwa njia ni tofauti kuliko kutuma county commissioner. Ni kweli ama si kweli? Zamani waziri wa usalama angekuja county ni wakati ya vitisho na kutetemeka. Na ana time, waziri hakuwa na time zamani kusikiliza mtu mdogo anaitwa assistant chief. Kazi ya waziri alikuwa anafika, anaambiwa kuna chief fulani analala kwa kazi, anachukua kofia ya chief, anafika, anapewa OCS fulani hapo na anasema vuteni huyo, alafu anaongea mambo yake, ajui kama imefika ama haijafika, anapanda ndege, anajiendea Nairobi. Lakini tumebadilisha mtindo. Tunataka kusikilizana na kuelewana. Kila mtu ni wa maana. Tunataka kuchukua maoni yako ndio ichangie kusuluhisha mambo ya usalama hapa na usalama Kenya mzima. Mngetaka namna hiyo ama hapana? Ama niseme yangu saa hii tu tumalize mkutano in 30 minutes. Hiyo ndio mbinu mpya. Na as a result ya mbinu hiyo tumepata kusuluhisha mambo mengi. Kwa counties ambazo tumesuru tayari tumejua shida iko kona gani, na tumekubaliana na tutasikiza wengine hapa. Juzi tulikuwa Migori wakati wa mkutano, na sijaona leo OCS. Ninaona OCS wenye wamekuja hapa leo ni sharp. Hakuna mchezo yenye kila mtu ni macho, usingizi tu kidogo, lakini hiyo ni sawa kwa sababu watu wa security wanalala saa 8 na kuamka saa 10. Hiyo ni inaeleweka. Lakini kwa mkutano wengine tulienda juzi, kuna OCS alikuwa anakubaliana na kila kitu yenye tunasema. Nikaona kuna makosa mahali fulani. Na this may sound like a joke, but it's a serious issue. As soon as he said he's OCS ya Ndimaro, it now explained why we had problems in that area. And we have serious security problems in that area. And of course, we had to take administrative actions. The IG had to do something about it. And so, We have not come here ati tuongee tu na tutoke na tupige picha tuonekane tulikuwa kama wadosi hapa. Tumekuja kazi. Yeah? Kuongea kwa hapa itatusaidia to improve services. Kuna OCSs wametuambia wako na polisi 10 lakini 8 wamekwisha kwa Chang'aa. So imebaki yeye na constable moja. Hata akikonjeka hakuna mtu wa kumwachia responsibilities. Yeah? And we have the IG and the DIG is here, has been able to listen and make recommendations and change those places wherever we go. And we are doing this so it's not going to be one-off. We are setting the base so that going forward, we live here. And I will tell you, go ye and create Jukwaa La Usalama in every administrative unit penye unasimamia. Enda ufanye hivyo, kaeni pamoja, tufanye kazi na wananchi na tusikilizane vile tutasuluhisha shida. Shida nyingi sana za upande wa usalama inatoka na kutofanya kazi pamoja. If we work together, it is sorted. Some of the problems we have do not need money. They need us to build trust na wananchi. Na wananchi wenyewe watajitokeza, watakanya watoto yao, wale majirani yao. Lakini sisi tukienda pale na tunaenda kujifungia inakuwa problem. So some of those things we are able to solve today. And it's important. And to show you that it has not been just a talk shop. I'll tell you that through Jukwaa La Usalama, we expedited the process of village elders issues. We now have a cabinet memo. I'm just waiting to present before cabinet na tujue tunapeleka wapi kwa mambo ya village elders. To show you that it's not a mere talk shop. Tuliambiwa mambo ya promotion. Nakuja training. Promotion ya police officers. Unapata most of the police officers, mtu alikuwa anafika 50 years, is still a constable. Because of Jukwaa La Usalama, a directive was already given and it will be implemented by National Police Service to make sure that all police officers over 50 years who are constables are automatically promoted, unless you have serious disciplinary cases. All of them will be promoted. Tumesema pia ile directive ya kusema mtu ukishafika 55 years na uko police officer, unaanza kusaidiwa kutransferiwa closer home. Yeah? Kwa karibia nyumbani ndio anze kujuana na mzee wa mitaa na chief yako na mambo ya nyumbani. Si namna hiyo. Na tulikuwa Kwale na ofisa fulani. Wakati nilifika Bungoma nikakutana yeye Bungoma tena. Akaniambia asante sana mkubwa. Ile maneno tulisema IG amesha implement. Sasa kwangu mimi natoka Mount Elgon hapa ndio nimeletwa hapa Bungoma town ndio nikue weekend naenda kusalimia village elder. Alikuwa anajenga zizi ya ng'ombe, anataka kuweka ng'ombe, ndio akiretire it is seamless. Hakuna ile ya shock kwamba suddenly amerudi kwa community. Na vile hata tulifanya hiyo, wengine wakasema tuendi, tunaambia wengine muende karibu na nyumbani, wanakataa. Wanakataa kabisa. Tukafanya utafiti tukajua kuna mambo mengine walienda kufanya wakati walienda posting penye walienda. So ukiambia wa karibu na nyumbani ni penye yako huko ndio karibu na nyumbani. Hiyo ni for him and that is implemented as such. Tukianza tuliambiwa na police officers mambo ya training. Kwamba training we are doing very badly. Na as a result IG amesha organize conference ya OCSs na nilienda kufunga one of them. I don't know kama kuna OCS kutoka hii county alikuwa pale. Because they will be doing in badges. Now wengine wataenda. We want to inculcate training to National Police Service so that we get new skills even of how to handle the challenges we are facing now. Pia tulipoanza kulikuwa na assistant county commissioners wengi ambao walikuwa wanangojea kumaliza training ndio wakuwe promoted. Tulimaliza training 800 wakagraduate, wengine wakakuwa promoted na wako hapa. Kuna wengine hata washakuwa sasa DCC wanangojea tu posting. Kuna wenye wako hapa. Let me see. Homabay kunao ni kama hamjafurahia ile kazi mlifanyiwa. Umekuwa DCC na wale wengine wamekuwa SCC1, SCC what? Yani mnataka kusema hakuna wengine hapa Homabay? Yeah. Yes, we have a good number of them. Asante sana. Hiyo ilifanyika namna hiyo. Tukianza jukwaa chiefs 8200 walikuwa na complain kwamba they have not been trained. They have never gone to any induction course. some 10 years, some 15, some whatever. Lakini si tumefika hapo sasa? Si kuna chiefs wamekuwa trained kwa hapa? Wapi wa chiefs wenye wamekuwa trained tayari? Ya nilisikia sauti yako vile ulikuwa unaongea ni mtu ya training. Yeah, we have a good number of you who have been trained. Na wale hawajakuwa trained, wako wangapi hapa? Mko tayari kwenda training? Mko tayari kwenda training? Hapana. Ketini tu, umesikia sauti yao DIG? Wakiambiwa mko tayari kwenda training, nasema yes sir. Wale mlienda training mmefurahia? Yes, so, unasikia? Sasa what you do, unaona hao wengine hawa. Hii ya kusema yes sir. What you do, wakifika tu Embakasi, kama wengine wanaamka saa 11, amusha hawa, tafuta ya Homabay amusha saa 9 asubuhi. Mpaka wakirudi wanaongea kama hao wengine. Asante sana. So, you know, I don't know kama pass kuna wenye wako saa hizi huko ama they are waiting to go. After this meeting, 55 of you mtaenda. Mnajua namna hiyo, si ndio? Na by December tutakuwa tumemaliza completely all the training of our chiefs, and then we work on the process of promotion because some of them walikuwa wamekuwa delayed na promotion kwa sababu ya hiyo. Na unaona wenye wale wameenda vile wako sharp machachari nini, si namna hiyo? Tukienda Jukwaa La Usalama uniform since 1963, since colonial time, chief alikuwa anapata uniform yake kwenda, lazima uende Embakasi upate uniform. Because of Jukwaa La Usalama recommendation, uniform sasa inapeanwa kwa county. Na hata sio county, zingine zinapelekwa mpaka sub county. Ukweli ama sio kweli? Wangapi walipata uniform juzi? Mlichukua wapi? Wewe ulichukua yako wapi? Kwa sub county. Unaona? Yaani mtu alikuwa anaenda Embakasi. Ufike huko uambiwe uniform haijakuwa tayari, urudi tena. Uambiwe utapigiwa simu ndio uende tena. That was waste of time. Now uniform inaletwa na inaletwa yenye inatosha chief. Napimwa vizuri ikutosha. Hiyo ni mzuri ama sio mzuri? Kuna chief niliona huko nini Kitui. Alikuja mkutano hivi. Singejua vizuri. Naona sura ni mwanaume lakini vile amekaa ni kama amevaa marinda. Nikamuuliza hii longi yenye amevaa uwezi ona hapa katikati, yani yote inatembea. Kauliza what happened, akasema nilienda hapo Embakasi kwa dirisha nikarushiwa uniform. Nikasema hainitoshi, akaniambia jaribu mbele. So kufika huko kabla hajatafuta fundi akaambiwa waziri anakuja, akavaa kwa siku hiyo ndio aende atafute fundi, ndio shida ikapatikana. So tumesema uniform pia ipimwe. Na huko Kirinyaka tulipofika kuna ACC alituambia pia uniform ikuwe na ya wamama ambao ni expectant. Police officers, assistant county commissioners, chiefs wakuwe also na uniform ya when they are expecting. Mnataka ikuwe namna hiyo? Tumetangaza. Mimi nataka kuona sasa, nitaita mkutano ya officers wote wa mama ambao they are expecting now. Kwa mwezi 1-2 hivi nitakuja kusimamia wakipewa uniform zao wakae mzuri sana wakiwa na uniform. Ndio ikuwe kielelezo kwa wale ambao watakuja hapo mbele. Si namna hiyo? Na uniform we don't worry about design. Vile tulitangaza Wakenya kwa hiyo online washa design, wamezungusha. Sasa tunaona tu design gani ndio mzuri na tushone hiyo tupatie our officers wasonge mbele. So this is just an example of how this is not a talk shop. This is a policy place. Tumekubaliana multi-agency work, tumekubaliana how to deal with gangs, tumekubaliana how to do pombe haramu. There are a lot of things we have been doing because of this security meeting, and that's really made a difference. Hapa ni free kuongea. Hata ukiteleza tunakusamea. Hata ukinikosea hivi inaishia hapa. Tumeelewana? So free, speak freely. Usianze huyo uoga kusema PS anatoka hapa, pengine atanimark. IG yako hapa na mimi OCS promotion inaweza sama. Ongea tu. Ongea free. Yenye inasemwa kwa jukwaa ile mazuri tunaendeleza kwenda mbele. Ile mbaya tunawachia hapa. Tunasameana na kuachia hapa. Tulienda huko Nyahururu. Kuna OCS alisema toka leo IG punguza wamama wa kuandikwa kwa polisi. Sasa chaos ikatokea. Chaos ikatokea kwa mkutano. Amwambia sasa nikauliza why, kwa nini alisema? Kumbe alikuwa anataka kuenda operation ya mambo ya bandits. Kuangalia hapa one police officer ni expecting. Kuangalia hapa kwaona huyu ni mdogo akikutana na bandits Samburu huko atamsombua. Sasa akaleta hiyo hasira mpaka mkutano. Akasema tupunguze wamama kwa tukamwambia hapana, National Police Service can deploy female officers in different places. Saizi tuko 14%, tunataka kusukuma ifike 30% ile ya katiba. So, lakini wengine walifikiria tutamkemea yeye, sijui tuseme ni mtu mbaya. Hapana. Kwa sababu yenye nasema kwa jukwaa inaishia hapo. Hakuna kupeleka kusonga kupita hapo. So you are free to speak. Lakini usinitusi. Usitusiane, tukue respectful. It's just an opinion you are giving so that it can take our issues mbele. We intend to take the shortest time possible, at least as much as possible. Ukipata nafasi, ongea. Na ukiongea, usiongee mambo tu yako. Wewe ni chief unakuja hapo unasema tunataka uniform, tunataka extraneous allowance, tunataka ofisi, tunataka nini? Na usemi anything ya wananchi. We had one of the best Jukwaa La Usalama meetings in Kisii, where the chiefs were presenting many issues in affect wananchi. I want to see that here in Homabay and the remaining 7 counties. Tumeelewana? So ukuja as a chief, assistant chief, usiseme tu yako, ya your own welfare. Tuongee pia yenye, how do we deal with mambo ya bangi na pombe kwa our community that is becoming a problem. I want to hear from you. How do we work together to get rid of defilement? Hii cases ya defilement and gender-based violence. Watu wenye wanaumizwa kwa nyumbani, watoto wetu wanakuwa defiled, hii madisco matanga na hii mambo yote. How do we deal with them? How do we deal with gangs ambayo wana terrorize wananchi? Kwa mikutano, kwa town, kwa kila mahali. Nataka tuseme suggestions. In fact, in Kisii, our biggest discussion on how do we deal with unregulated border sector, ambayo inatumiwa na watu wengine wanatumia bodaboda wachache kuperpetuate mambo ya crime. How do we make it the multi-billion economic transport sector contributing to our economy in an organized manner? Lazima tuseme mambo haya. How do we deal with our porous border? Mambo ya harassment of our fisher folks and so forth. So engage us also, give us suggestions and engage us on the challenges you are facing in implementation of this issue, so that tukitoka hapa we are more knowledgeable, we are clear in the things we are saying. Mkimaliza sasa ndio nitaongea na hawa wadosi wataongea tukifunga mkutano. Sasa mkutano ni wenu, wacha tuanze na Mungu atubariki.
Makofi kwa CS. CS, I wish to take this opportunity to recognize staff from the county government of Homabay. Kindly be upstanding. Okay.
Unajua hatuja introduce our MCS, hatuja introduce PSS, hatujapatia nafasi MP. Sisi wote tutaongea mwisho, including the MCS. So thank you everybody for being patient about it. Lakini tutaongea at the end tukifunga mkutano. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Let me invite the Principal Administrative Secretary to introduce the staff from headquarters. Welcome, madam.
Asante sana, tumpigie makofi mkuu wa mkoa wa Nyanza. Basi waziri wetu Mheshimiwa Onesmus Kipchumba Murkomen, ukiandamana na katibu wakuu wako katika wizara yako. Kwanza kabisa ninashukuru kwa wewe kuweza kutupatia mwelekeo wa mkutano hii, na pili kwa niaba yako niweze kujulisha kwa Homabay wale maafisa ambao wameandamana na wewe, na kwa niaba yao niseme Basi kwa niaba ya waziri, kwanza kabisa nitajulisheni kwenu wale maafisa ambao asante. Wa kwanza ni madam ambaye ameketi hapa karibu nami, yeye ni Assistant County Commissioner. Kwa upande wangu wa kulia, wale ambao wako pale ni watu muhimu sana kwa Jukwaa la Usalama. Jukumu yao ni kuweza kusajili ama kuandika yale yote ambayo mtanena, na jinsi vile waziri amesema, yale mtapendekeza kulingana na mwongozo wake yataweza kutekelezwa. That is the Secretariat for Jukwaa la Usalama. Nitawaomba sasa maafisa ambao tumeandamana na waziri muweze kusimama na niweze kuwajulisheni kwenu kwa Homabay. Hapa ambaye yuko hapa ni Bwana Dianga. Bwana Dianga ni msaidizi wa Commissioner General wa Prisons. Tumpigie makofi. Pale nyuma kunaye Mr. Mwangemi. Mr. Mwangemi yeye anasimamia civil registration, mambo ya births and deaths. Hapa pia muko na kijana wenu wa nyumbani anaitwa Liki Ila ja Homabay, sijui ja Kisumu. Yeye ni katibu katika nakada Saga. Tumpigie makofi. Pia pale nyuma ya PS wetu ni kijana wa hapa ja Homabay anaitwa Philip Okelo. Yeye ni mtendaji kazi mkuu ama ule tunaita CEO wa Private Security Regulations Authority. Tumpigie makofi. Nyuma ya Philip ni Mr. Anganyo. Tumpigie makofi. Jamfangano, yeye ni mshawishi wa waziri kwa mambo ya usalama na utawala wa kitaifa. Aliye karibu na yeye pia ni Nyakisumu, anaitwa Rose Obala, lakini mama yake anatoka Rajonyo. Yeye ni katibu wa mambo ya mawasiliano katika ofisi ya waziri. Pale mbele yule ambaye anawakilisha Coast Guard ni commandant ambaye anaitwa Koech, anawakilisha ofisa mkuu wa Kenya Coast Guard. Nyuma yake ni daktari ambaye anaitwa Wanjau, yeye ni katibu, anasimamia mambo ya National Registration Bureau. Na pia kwa Homabay niko na salamu zenu ifuatavyo. Kwanza kabisa kutoka kwa katibu wetu wa utawala wa kitaifa ambaye hivi karibuni alikuwa county commissioner wenu, Bwana Moses Lilan. Pia tuko na salamu za Bwana John Otieno ambaye yeye ni mkuu wa mkoa wa North Eastern ambaye anatoka hapa Homabay. Pia tuko na Daktari Ochieng ambaye anasimamia eCitizen, tumekuwa na yeye. Nami jina langu ni Beverly Opora, mimi ni Principal Administrative Secretary na niko na heshima kuu kufanya kazi chini ya Dr. Raymond Omolo. Basi Homabay, kwa niaba ya hao wenzangu wote, kulingana na usajili ambao ulifanywa mwaka wa 2019, ilibainiwa ya kwamba muko na idadi ya watu 1.1, lakini kusudio ni kwamba kufikia sasa muko na idadi ya 1.3, na ili serikali kuu iweze kupeana huduma bora kwenu, tumeweza kutenga eneo ama kubuni eneo za kupeana huduma ifuatavyo. Tuko na sub counties 11, tuko na divisheni 25, tuko na lokesheni 127, na pia tuko na sublokesheni 259. Na ili kuhakikisha kwamba tunaleta huduma ya serikali kuu karibu na nyinyi, ili kuhakikisha kwamba tunaangalia mambo ya usalama, na ili pia kutekeleza jukumu la katiba yetu ambayo inasema lazima tuhusishe wananchi, na pia katika kupeana huduma muliweza kupeana pendekezo na tukachapa katika gazeti rasmi eneo za kupeana huduma ifuatavyo. Yani kwa kimombo tunasema gazetted but not operationalized administrative units. Kwa sasa tuliweza kuchapa rasmi sub-county ya Ndiwa East, na nafikiri mheshimiwa amefurahi hapa. Pia tuko na tarafa 17 ama divisheni 17, tuko na lokesheni 60 na tuko na sublokesheni 128. Na pia kwa niaba ya hao wenzangu tungependa kuwapongeza na kuwashukuru kwa sababu kufikia sasa mmeweza kupanda miti 1,337,324. Na pia wakati waziri alifika katika wizara, wakishirikiana na katibu mkuu wetu, waliweza kuhakikisha kwamba maslahi yenu na mazingira yenu imepewa kipaumbele, na ndiposa ataongea mengi kuhusu welfare yenu. Lakini kwa niaba ya sisi sote, waziri na katibu wetu mkuu, tunasema ni asante. But to our colleagues from the National Police Service and National Government Administration, to whom much is given, much is expected. We expect of you from the headquarters to position yourself and be the link between the government and the communities, to escalate those issues that need to be escalated, but more importantly, to make sure that the agenda of the government of the day is delivered. On behalf of my colleagues and our principal secretaries, I say, Nyasaye konye, erokamano ainya.
Makofi tena kwa Madam Pass. Asante sana Madam Pass. Kwa wakati huu tunaenda kuingia kwa kile kipindi ambacho waziri amesema tuongee wazi bila kuficha mambo yoyote. Sawa sawa. Na ningependa kuomba kila mtu ambaye amejulishwa kwamba ataongea aje hapa mbele, aketi kwa viti ambavyo vimewekwa hapa tafadhali. Kujeni hapa mbele upande huu. Lakini maongeo tutaanza na Assistant Chief, anaitwa Malaki Otoi, Senior Assistant Chief from Rachuonyo West. Please come forward, and the rest of us who are supposed to speak, come to the front. Malaki Otoi. Mpigieni makofi akija hapa mbele.
To our CS, our PSS, and all protocols that have already been laid. Good afternoon. Yes, as mentioned, I'm called Malaki Otoi. Malaki Otoi is Assistant Chief from Rachuonyo West, an area called Kakdhimu. I also stand there as the county secretary. We organized ourselves, and I'm going to mention some of the recommendations from the chiefs fraternity that is seated here. The first point that I'm going to mention is about the offices of our chiefs. The chiefs recommended that they need good offices. Some of them operate from home, or if you look at their offices, they are in pathetic condition. And there are even some chiefs here who have been evacuated from the offices they rent, and therefore it makes public to suffer. And sometimes public may not wish to visit their homes, or sometimes there's some information that the public cannot share, or you can share with the public, but you don't want even your family to hear. Some are even very shameful that it needs officers, and therefore we request that you construct for us the offices, all the officers. Number two, we also, the chiefs also mentioned about transportation. And these chiefs, all of them who have received the motorbikes, they really appreciate the motorbikes that they were given. But they have some issues on matters of motorbike. Number one, the model that was given, called KTM, getting the spare parts locally here is very cumbersome. And also, they have to use them to serve wananchi. Sometimes you may be called, but you cannot move because of the condition of the motorbike. And also, they cry a lot, because when they use this motorbike on the on-ways, or on the highways, they meet a special team called the General Government Vehicle Check Units. And this team really harassed them. In fact, they were requesting that if you can talk to the department or the unit to exempt them from those from the checks, they will be very, very much happy. And then they also, still on the motorbike, they request that recently there was launch of some electric motorbike, which is more affordable and friendly. And we believe that even their sound is the same as the local, because that KTM, that sound, even if you come from 5 and if you wanted to approach a culprit and they will just hear the sound, you'll never get them. Number 3, they talk about career progression. Amidst Asia, Bwana CS, we have a lot of chiefs who have learned. In fact, we have graduate chiefs. And even if I may stand them, can we see all the graduate chiefs amidst us from Homabay County alone? The graduate chiefs. You can see them. I even hold the data for the nation. There are many. There are many. This team, the team has really sacrificed to go to school with the wish that they will be promoted automatically to the position of SEC and SECs. And therefore they request that that promotion may be automatic, so that if you are graduated, you just move to the next cadre. They also request that even if the position is not there, we have our colleagues, our counterparts, after graduating, after attaining a certain level of education, they are just put in that job group. That is tantamount to their education. And by the way, when we heard that the SECs were promoted to DCCs, we were very much happy, because we knew very well that automatically those positions are reserved for us. They also, in fact, they say that they don't need even orientation. Themselves, you give them work, they work. And even our bosses can attest to it. Another point, they say, okay, they were saying that when they went to school, some people, they are occupying some position that was supposed to be occupied by some people in the public. And if they are elevated, those positions will be for the benefit of the public who are still unemployed. Another point, which chief are talking about in that connection, they echo your office for the decree that the existing chiefs, when a vacancy occurs, then the existing assistant chief fills the vacancy. And they still insist, and they still, as they comment on that, they still recommend that the decree remain. So that somebody should not come from outside to come to be my boss. And I'm so much experienced. Right now, I'm a senior chief, and somebody can come from outside to take position of chief who is not even competent. So they are that one is on behalf of the assistant chiefs who are here. Is that true? You can hear. So the team further requests that the recruitment should be done purely on meritocracy, away from political interference, so that the service delivery can be enhanced to those who qualify and those who merit such positions. Another issue that chiefs are talking about, the team is requesting for the revision of the scheme of service for the department, for our upward mobility. They say that there is a position called principal chief and senior principal chief. And they are requesting humbly that the position of principal chief, senior principal chief, which is meant for only one in sub-county, they see it that they are wamefinywa mahali. So that somebody will reach a position of senior chief one, and then he will stagnate in that position at that level, and there is no that upward. So they request that one, we will create two positions for senior principal chiefs in the county. Second, they also request that you create a position of principal chief in the sub-county so that all those chiefs can move forwardly. The second last, they talk about officers here. The newly employed officers, most of them take too long time before they are paid. We have officers here who have taken over 1 year before they are paid without personal numbers. And therefore they are requesting, because once you are appointed a chief, easy cards are rambe, they don't know that you've not been paid. In case of anything, they will be coming to you. And therefore they request that immediately they attain that position, please sort them out so that they can also sort the public. The last one, they say that there are some regions in this county, especially if you go to Mfangano, if you go to Rachuonyo West sub-county, the climate, the environment of the area required that the area be declared a place of hardship, and they need hardship allowance. One day you will walk there, and I thought you had come to that place. With bad roads and a lot of things, they request that those areas be declared places of hardship. Otherwise, they say that they need some facilitation during national holiday, so that they can sort out wananchi, and they make it a real celebration the way you see in the national. Otherwise, thank you very much.
Let's appreciate him. Thank you so much. Now next is Madam Benta, who is the Senior Assistant Chief from Diwa. Bring your memorandum, please. If you have a memorandum, please. Okay, thank you. Madam Benta. Benta is not here. Alice. Okay, then come. Ningependa kuomba kwamba kama kuna jambo ambalo limeshatajwa na mwenzako, tafadhali usirudie. Tukubaliane hayo. Usirudie mambo ambayo mwenzako ametaja. Na si makosa kusema kwamba yale yote ambayo ulikuwa umekusudia kusema yamesemwa na mwenzako.
So my name is Alice Otieno. I'm Chief Mfangano South within Suba West Sub-County. As great pillars of security, order and national cohesion, I would wish to bring the achievements that the chiefs have made in totality. One, chiefs have really participated to ensure that there is 100% transition. They have really worked tirelessly to ensure that our students join colleges, universities, and most of them have graduated. As a continuous process, chiefs are paving way for a better future for our youths. Secondly, I want to talk about online fertilizer registration. Indeed, chiefs have done a good role. They didn't languish in their work. Everyone can attest that agricultural sector has really improved based on the exercise that was done. Today, that sector has high production of its products. Thirdly, I would also wish to talk about illicit brew, which is a menace everywhere. Indeed, our chiefs have made immense effort to deal with illicit brew. We've done arrest, we've destroyed exhibits, and we promise that we will not languish on our work. We will ensure that the government agenda is well propagated. Another menace is triple threat. Chiefs actually have done good role. They have really participated during their barazas. They have sensitized our people on these menace. And they have also dealt with the cultural resistance that has hindered our work. And so we promise that we'll up our game to ensure that the government agenda is well addressed. Last and not least, I would also want to talk about law and order. Actually, we are the propagators and the implementers of law and order. We'll always up our games and be up to the standards to maintain law and order, because it is part and parcel of our work. It's our role. And we will not languish to do it. Today, as a county, that is Homabay County, we are really enjoying peace and tranquility in this county, which has attracted many investors. Sir, that is my presentation. Thank you, sir.
Asante sana madam, mpigieni makofi tena. Anayefuata sasa ni Chief Robert Lango, Chief, Senior Chief Arujo Location. Robert Lango, mpigieni makofi akija hapa mbele. Alafu atafuatwa na Kennedy Okoko.
To the CS and all the protocol as been established, I want to give some commendations which your office and the government has done to this county. We sincerely thank the government through the tireless work your office has done to see the security is enhanced at the grassroots, and for your effort to launch the GAP. I think it's an eye-opener, and if it will be personalized, I know most of our security issues will be solved. We further express our sincere gratitude towards the office in Duva to remunerate village administrative elders. This, we believe, will make them more motivated accountable, and manageable. We, as you have just said here, you have confirmed that soon, not later, they are going to see it. And I know we'll have now a robust, intelligent coming in. Sir, the other effort, the effort of your office has made to take the chiefs for paralegal security and induction is priceless. We are happy that the menace of stagnation in one job group due to lack of the above training will be sorted out completely. I know our brothers are waiting, going, some have just arrived. The office does us pride by constructing some wonderful offices, like the modern Homabay County Commissioner's Office. We have the Rangue Sub-County offices. We have Homabay Sub-County Office at Kabunde. We are asking you to calculate this up to the location level and the sub-location level. We'll really appreciate if every person here has that office. Some of us are still paying rent. Yes, the assessment of the new administrative units in this country is a welcome idea. This enhanced efficiency and effective of service delivery to the public, as well as creation of employment opportunity to our people. So this is a very serious problem. Like my location, Arujo location, is a location with a population of over 30,000 people. But at the moment, I'm only one chief and one assistant chief. So just see the magnitude. It's a location. Now, I think, due to what you have done, it's now a division. So we are just asking that they be operationalized so that we can get the services closer to our people. The idea of devolving uniform to the county was well researched. The officers were finding it difficult to travel to Nairobi in search of wares. We are sure that for henceforth, all the officers will be as smart as our president, whom we represent at the grassroots. See, our president is a very smart man. So if you present him and we are ugly, or we are not so smart, it will not aga well. There's some development in the county we have witnessed in the last 3 years, not even 3 years, the last 1 year, since the government assumed the office, is invaluable. We are very proud of the structural improvement like roads, Homabay Pier, Face Market, Tombo University, and others. This has made us proud as we move around in the county. We appreciate you, and the town has really changed face. The people who died long, if they can come now, they will not know that this is Homabay. We appreciate you for that. Sir, with that, we have to say that in Homabay, this one I never had it in the program, but I've just put it across. The police at Homabay will lack a good vehicle. The OCS has got no vehicle and it makes movement very difficult. We request that the OCS be facilitated with a vehicle. Another thing which I wanted just to add is reward to our strong people, the people who have shown bravery, like my assistant chief, Jackson Uwero. Just stand up where you are. The person lost a hand because of fight for illicit proof. These are such people should be rewarded. There's another person, a ranger called Okoth Alfred, the person who retrieved a child from a crocodile and they were. These people should be rewarded. That's when we'll be happy and see that. Otherwise, I'm very happy you are welcome in Homabay. Thank you and may God bless you. Otherwise, I have a memorandum for the chiefs. All those chiefs who are talking here, we sat and made a memorandum. And we made them in 4 copies. One was for the CS, the PS, the senior, the deputy administrative officer, and one for the secretary and administration. So we have them here and we present them. Even the ones coming there, all of them are covered here. Otherwise, thank you and may God bless you.
Asante sana, mpigieni makofi. Mpigieni makofi vizuri. Next, Mr. Okoko, please.
The PS the CS Interior, Honorable Kipchumba Murkomen, the PS for Internal Security, Dr. Raymond Omolo, the PS for Immigration, Dr. Kipsang, Leo, the DIG, our Aboriginal Commissioner, Waheshimiwa President, and all other protocols observed. Good afternoon. I'm Senior Chief Kennedy Okoko. I represent the Homabay as the chairman of the welfare and also as the national organized secretary. Actually, as my colleagues have spoken, we have a lot of challenges as chiefs manning this area. And it is good, most of them has been highlighted. We start down as a team of the security, and we noted some of the remedies that should be implemented to make this county more and effectively secured. Some of the few things that we noted actually is the deployment of security officers along the lake. Homabay is a border county. We border Uganda and Tanzania in the lake. And as we sit here, Bwana Waziri, I wish to tell you that some of our people, some of the fishermen in the lake are still eating raw meat, raw fish in the hands of the Uganda and Tanzania security forces. And it's a humble request that as you go back to the Rambe House and discuss Mambo security, you think of Lake Victoria. This is the source of economic activity in this area that if not well guarded, then our people will be suffering a lot. We make a request that as you will be moving back to the Rambe House and to the cabinet meeting, you put it as a priority. Secondly, my colleagues have said, but I want to reiterate, we have a challenge in illicit brew, though not much, but there's a lot of laxity in the law. The legal system of our country does not give us a lot of powers to handle this menace. So we request that as you will be doing your routine survey about the security situation in this country, you remember the issue of illicit brew. We cannot fight it effectively when our hands are tied. Secondly, sir, we have been making some requests through your office, and I'm happy you keep on repeating them whenever you go for the Jukwaa La Usalama. Chiefs have been going through a lot of challenges in terms of security operations. That's the general ngao. We do request that you implement the risk allowance that has been promised to us for many years. Some of us have lost a lot of property, life, and many other things in the hands of the criminals. We would request that as you will be sitting back in your office, you think of this allowance so that it can motivate the Ngao team and the NPS. Then there is an issue of minimum basic salary. Actually, we are down. We are one of the lowest paid people in the country. We request, as we believe the economy is now doing well, you factor in, especially now that most of the chiefs are undergoing training. After their training, we humbly request that you do some adjustment to their pay slips. If you see some of their pay slips, you will even pity them. They go home empty-handed, and we can't do any meaningful development when our slips are overloaded, even if it is very small, the way it is small. Then we have officers who have stagnated for long. I am happy because we also talked about that. We would request that officers who were promoted last in 2022 should now be promoted because they are due for promotion. Due to the proposed creation and remuneration of the village administrative unit, village administrative elders, we kindly request the office to hasten the initiative, as this will also hasten our efforts in maintaining law and order. That is the village elders who works under our supervision. This is a team of people who help us a lot to carry out our daily routine work. And if they are motivated, at least it will make us to have effective and efficient service delivery. Finally, sir, there's what is called AIE. I think I mentioned it last time when we were in Embakasi. Let me just mention it again. What we were given as AIE, we have been surviving on it, but it has not been so much effective and so much satisfying to the demands of our officers. We request that as the economy is growing, we do see how it is growing very positively. you implement, we request for enhancement of the AIE to make us move and work effectively in our service to the wananchi. Otherwise, sir, let me close my remarks by asking you on behalf of the NCF, you made a promise that we shall be having our election soon. Our copy is in your Harambee House office. Can you do something about it? Thank you very much.
Asante sana, mpigieni makofi tafadhali. So we move to the next category. I would like to invite our two OCSs, and I will start with Madam Goretti Achieng, OCS Odhoro Police Station. And after Madam Goretti, we will have Dan Kibore, OCS Kendubi. Karibu, Madam.
CS, Ministry of Interior and National Government Administration, the PS, to the PS Information and System Services.
Oh, yes. Just hold on, kidogo tu. Is there any other chief or assistant chief who has a burning issue? Ile haijasemwa. And it will be just on point. Give her the mic, give it to him. There are two, yeye na manyako nje huko. Bio, mwenye umeinua mkono nimekurecognize mama hapo tu, kwa hapo. Just have a seat kidogo, yes. Somewhere hapo. Proceed.
Thank you, sir. To our CS and all protocol observed, I'm Senior Chief Elias Odhiambo, a chief from Kanyaluo West location in Kanyaluo Division in Rachwanya North Sub-County. Sir, I just want to talk on behalf of the wananchi of Rachwanyo. Number one, we have so many units which have been operationalized, but they have not been given codes. So this is an issue. Especially when our children were applying for help, you see, if you search for your location, you are given another location, just the former location. So that is an issue in all our areas. Number two, sir, Rachwanyo, we have 4 sub-county right now, and we have 1 land registry in Kosele, that is Rachwanyo South. Other sub-counties are going to Kosele to look for land services. So if something can be done so that we get land registers in all the 4 sub-counties. Sir, in matters of civil registration, I'm happy because we have civil register here from the national office. People from Rachwanyo West Sub-County go to Kosele and they pass through Rachwanyo North Sub-County. They use 500 shillings going and 500 shillings coming back. 600, they are correcting me. 600 shillings going and 600 shillings coming back. Just going to look for a birth certificate for a young child. Sir, why can't a civil register be posted to Rachwanyo North and Rachwanyo West? Last, sir, we have some very big units which have not been gazetted and they need to be gazetted and they be operationalized. Number one, if you go to Kanyaluo, there's a location called South Kanyaluo. And this South Kanyaluo has a population of 18,000 people. And these people, for them to walk to chief's office, they use 200 shillings on the motorbike going and 200 shillings coming back. Can you consider that, sir? Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Senior Chief Tobias Onyango Aduda, Chief Northeast Karachuonyo location, that is Kindu Bay Town. I have 2 issues to comment on. One, these are a menace of Changa brewing in Kindu Bay Town. We have an island called Maguti next to Kindu Bay Pier. Actually, we've tried with so many OCSs that are there to reach where they're doing their work, but we could not. So it is an artificial floating island along the Lake Victoria next to Kindu Bay Pier. I would recommend this, sir, if you allow me. The other time we did it with Bwana Lilan, and it succeeded. In fact, we destroyed over 600,000 liters of Kangara, and they are still continuing. I would really request that we use our coast guards along the lake so that we destroy this area, because it is a big supply that supplies almost over two sub-counties. I think if we do this, we'll curb this illicit brew menace. The second one, sir, is what we called wine and spirit outlets in towns. Sir, there's a problem there. They, at the daytime, they sell those wines. Evening time, they sell pure changa. So I would request that inspection be done so that we curb these menace, because our people, our young men are messing inside those clubs. Thank you, sir.
Asante sana. I don't think hao wawili tu ndio tulikuwa nimesema, unless chief uko na kitu burning. Are you sure? Yenye haijasemwa? Very fast. But also it's been one area.
Thank you, sir.
Sio wewe chief. Sio wewe. Ni mwenzako. It wasn't you.
Thank you,
It was
sir.
not you, it is him. Thank you. Proceed.
Thank you, sir. I'm Senior Chief Daniel Magadi of Kaksingri Central Location in Suba Central Sub-County. I'm concerned about my sub-county. We have a DCC, we have the ACC, but the DCC has to hire a motorbike to go perform its duty. There is no vehicle for the DCC, and even the police do not have any vehicle. So it becomes a problem for us to perform the duty. That is a concern. We have the islands in the sub-county. I think we need a patrol boat that could help the officers to do their work in those areas. Lastly, if I may talk about, we need a rescue center for defilement cases and such like, whereby we can help those who have such problems to be kept in those places before we continue with their cases. And last but not least, I would request that when licenses are given to bar owners and nightclub, then it should be done in the right way, because some are not nightclubs, they are makeshift, and the music played there affects the whole town and the whole population. So under this licensing, it should be relooked into so that even the chiefs should also be part of this one, so that we do it in the right way. Otherwise, thank you, sir.
Who is your county, sub-county commissioner? DCC, Deputy County Commissioner. Yeah. Have you dealt with that issue in the one for licensing in your sub-county security team? Because you know that's your responsibility to make recommendation on the licensing.
Hello, sir. That is the docket of the county government.
You don't have a role at all?
We just discuss with them. We don't have any role at all. It is a big issue. We discuss with them on a daily basis.
And what is the recommendation of the sub-county security team?
It just far into the license.
Pardon?
They just far into the license.
No, not about the license. About the security concerns emanating from the use of the license.
In most cases, our town closed down early.
Pardon?
It closes down alley.
The town.
Yes.
So,
So
if it
very few people are within that town. We make sure it closes down alley, and we have new patrols introduced as of next week.
Bwana DCC, did you understand my question? Did you understand my question?
Come again?
Did you understand my question?
Yes, sir.
So how you are giving me an answer that has no relationship to what the chief has said? The chief is complaining of noise.
Yes.
You are saying the chief, the town closes early. How is that an answer? It can't be the answer. That's not the answer to the nuisance.
We are, sir.
Were you following first the proceedings?
Sir?
Were you following the proceedings?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Then respond to me. What has the sub-county security done?
We have introduced patrols in the town, and we had a meeting on Monday over the same. The team is going around the town, checking on those outlets. Sir.
Who is the OCS of that area? Who's the OCS of that particular referred area? The chief?
We share officers.
Pardon?
It is a new sub-county. We have no OCS. I have just...
There is no place that is not covered by some OCS. Who is the OCS?
We don't have an OCS.
There is no place in Kenya that is not covered by an OCS.
Yeah?
Yes, OCS.
Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon.
I'd like to respond on the matter of issue of licenses and
generally the nuisance in what was the center called? Chief? Sindo. Okay, here proceed.
Sir, the licenses of maybe bus, it is actually issued by the county government. And at the Sindo, we have a Kinga police post whereby actually they normally do patrols. And we have actually not received any case of maybe noises in that particular area. And just a minute. Sir, we have not received.
You've not received official complaint.
Yeah, official complaints from the public.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks.
And the licenses is issued by the county government.
I know that.
Thank you,
for
sir.
sure. I know that.
Thank you, sir.
The only problem is that there has been. We know that licenses are issued by county government, but when it comes to enforcement, say for example nuisance is a crime, so it's not left to county government to enforce, whether there is a license or not. Okay, because there are many other laws that you are supposed to enforce in so far as the same is concerned. And we cannot also say for sure, because county issues license, it is not true that you people, police officers, don't go to those clubs. I mean, they do. And when they go there, instead of enforcing, they take something. Yeah. So anyway, we'll talk about that later. Any other chief? The last one. There was a lady who had a mic. Wacha kwe huyo wa mwisho. Then we move to the OCSs. We are running out of time. Yes, madam.
Sir, I'm Senior Chief Margaret Anyang Wager. Chief of Rachonyo West Sub-County. Sir, I want to talk about the Nyumba Kumi and the community-based policing, where as we chiefs we are supposed to coordinate with. We have them, sir, because when we talk about security, security starts with us. When we use the Nyumba Kumi in our villages, we'll got all the information from them. So as we are working with them as chiefs, we request if your office can facilitate them so that they can work with us, giving us information all through the way. Then we will curb our security in our areas. We will have a conducive environment for people who are in that village, because Nyumba Kumi knows any village, any visitor who has come in the village every day, you will give the information. So it is our request, sir, if they can be facilitated, they can assist us.
Thank you.
Secondly, sir, I want to say something about mobility. We were given as a new sub-county as Rachonyo West sub-county, but Rachonyo West is very vast. We are bordering the lake that side. And we don't have a vehicle, as my colleague chiefs have said. Our DCCs always have a private vehicle. So sometimes it's very difficult for us when we want to go to Red, we want to go to work, we don't have a vehicle. Thirdly, sir, when we go to our police post or our police base, the security team there are very few. Sometimes if you want to go to work, you go there, maybe you find they are there 4 or 5, and they have gone somewhere, and some are still, and some will remain to take care of the station. So we are requesting if the police officer can be added so that we have workforce, so that whenever we go there, we want to go to work, we get them.
Thank you.
And we go to,
Strength.
thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Madam OCS, proceed. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, sir. To the CS for Interior National Government Administration. Okay, can you hear me? Is it okay now?
Hello.
Hello. Okay. To the CS for Interior and National Government Administration, PS Honorable Monomolo, DIG APS, Principal Administrative Secretary, and sir, allow me to stand on the already established protocol in the interest of time. First of all, I would really like to appreciate you, sir, and your team for this noble cause that you decided to take. So, because it gives us hope for a better service tomorrow. So thank you, sir, for that. We also want to say that amidst the challenges, there are also some positive things that we see. Of course, for us to have dressed up, come here, sat here with glowing faces, sir, it's a proof that there are also some positive things that we have, and we appreciate that. We appreciate under your leadership. We appreciate you for the same, sir. I've been following the Jukwaa La Usalama issue, sir, and we have more or less similar challenges, but because it's our turn, like the Gen Z would say, tumefikiwa. We would just like to highlight few items, sir, on the challenges and the views, sir. So just highlight on a few, then my colleague will continue the rest. Sir, the main challenge here is strength. In Homabay County, we have an issue of strength. We have very few officers, and we have also outposts. So you find those outposts have got few officers, and now probably curbing crime in those areas becomes an issue, because the few officers are engaged in some other issues too. So assisting the public as it is necessary becomes a problem. So we request that if you can look into the matter, we will really appreciate, even if it's a matter of balancing of the strength as we wait for the recruitment, sir. So we also have issues of transfers without replacements. You find this also adding salt to the already wounded issue, because now we find you get an officer is transferred to another station, there's no replacement of that officer, and then now it depletes on the strength more. So we also add that you look into that. Also, sir, concerning the health cover, in the forums that we are in, we receive complaints, and we get complaints here and there about officers having to dig deep into their pockets to get cash so that they pay for the medical assistance in the hospitals. So we have an issue with the medical cover, have officers complaining. So if your office, I know, we humbly request, sir, that you assist us look into the matter of medical cover so that our officers can feel comfortable even whenever they handle other issues of assisting the public. Again, sir, we have someone had touched on it, but issue of child safety space in our police stations. These are very important structures that probably we need to have at the stations and allocations there too that can assist us in running such spaces. Because, sir, we find victims, even victims of defilements and such cases. We have them in the stations. We have nowhere to place them. We have to place them in the cells, but they are not prisoners. They are not accused persons. But we have to place them in the cell for safe custody. So if you can get the safe spaces built, at least probably in every sub-county headquarters, it can assist us go through such cases with much morality, because at least it will come with confidence. When you know such people require some seclusion so that they can talk and be free to give out their issues. So that can also help us. Again, sir, the issue of officers' welfare and mental health, these have been talked about severally, but we still repeat it because it affects the service so much. These officers, their mental health should be of essence, and we urge your officer, if we can have the counseling devolved even to the county headquarters, it can help in counseling these officers. Because we find most of the times, even when we go, or when we take these officers for the rehabilitations, when they come back, it gets even worse. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the same environment that they are brought back to. I really don't understand, because when they come back from rehabilitation, it always gets worse. So probably you can consider changing the environment after rehabilitation and such issues, so that we look into the mental health of our officers too, because we need them too in the service. And in connection with that, sir, we have also officers with disabilities. Those who probably got disabled while in the service and probably promoted, or can they have career progression, or they need to stagnate where they are for the rest of their service. So their issues I also bring to your office, that you look into a way in which their issue can be addressed, or a strategy that can help address their issues, sir. Sir, second last is the issue of uniforms for officers. Of course, we have uniforms, but the issue, I think the last time we got issued, it's been quite a while, and some of the uniforms for the officers have started fading. So if you can consider that, sir, so that can come frequently, so that we maintain the image of the service, sir. Last, spot an officer and fill that void. After spot analytic, of course, you have to take them to court. In the court, sir, they meet, we call them seasoned advocates. These are somebody in the department for a week or two. So, sir, my personal opinion, if you could have, when they come out, they are going to handle investigations purely. So that these officers, when they handle purely investigations, even when it gets transferred from one station to the other, it's on from the investigators in court that we handle some of the issues arising. Otherwise, thank you, sir. My colleague will address the rest. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Dan Kibore, OCS, Kendu Bay.
The Honorable CS for Interior and National Administration stand before you today. I'm praying for you that you. Now, sir, first and foremost, allow me to welcome you the commanders. Homabay will say it's a county of endless potential. Sir, I'll I'll go straight to elephant in the house. Issue of elephant in the house. Issue of the vehicles. The fuel allocation per day is not sufficient. It's not sufficient. currently we are receiving only 15 liters per day for operations, culminating to 450 liters per month. To be honest, sir, like my station in Kendu Bay, by date 18 of every month, I'm already through with the fuel allocation of the month. So it has upon me to ask the OCPD to assist me here and there, and it becomes a problem. We fuel. Sometimes, like hours in Kendu Bay, we are forced to ferry prisoners for 5 times a week to the court and back. Sir, the other thing is on issue of logistics is we need a speed leg. In support of my chief who just mentioned about the highlands, there is a time I went private means, private boats, and we nearly lost an officer because that place where the highlands are actually deep. I'm told, but I could not even touch down. And you know, we are not good swimmers from the other side. Those boats or that boat can be housed at the county headquarters of all the respective counties that are bordering the lake. So my second point is on police housing. I know you are aware of the social media, and sometimes you hear how the citizens castigate the Mabati houses. It is the idea of my colleagues that the affordable housing that is currently being run by the government can also be extended to the stations so that officers can be able to pay rent, and that revenue will go back to the government. Nowadays we are paying rent. We don't have any problem with paying rent. If they can create us, because like me, I live outside the station and I pay rent. I don't have any problem getting a good house within the station for proper management of my officers and also paying the rent. If not the affordable housing, we have institutions that can come in so that we can do public. We had a meeting with the police circle officials, and we were mentioning to them that they can take up the matter, approach the National Police Service and the Ministry of Interior for a certain kind of organization so that they can chip in on matters police housing. As a member of the police circle, it will also go back to my dividends. If we do the housing as I have mentioned, we will be able to kill many birds with one stone. First is the security, the health and the safety and security of our officers will always be guaranteed because they will be always living within the station. Secondly, we will have officers, availability of officers for any emergency operations, which always come without any notice. And the third is that we will be able also to regenerate the revenue back to the government. So my third point is on infrastructure. And I wish to inform you that we have some stations which have been gazetted, but they have not yet been operationalized because of the issue of infrastructure within the stations. In addition to that, we ask that the same stations be built so that we can be able to serve wananchi. In addition to that, sir, we have the AIE. The AIE is not sufficient. It's not sufficient for the stations that have. And in fact, majority of the stations, the newly made stations, don't have the OCS of those stations don't have the AIs. I'm appealing to you, sir, if all the OCS, anybody called the OCS who has a station can be given an AI for the benefit of, to promote the operations. Under three units. That's the food and ration, security operation. There is one which I have forgotten. But they forgot one of the most important, that is for the development. In order to repair even a toilet, to do some kind of painting. So I'm asking, sir, within either the AIE vote for the sub-county or the OCS, there should be development funds so that it can assist us in dealing with the small issues within the station. Sir, in the National Police Service, so that somebody knows maybe where is he supposed to be, and if that time comes, why has he not attained the position that he is supposed to? To that, I'm appealing, or we are appealing, that there are some deserving officers who have performed heroic acts, also to be recognized, and that will also boost their hard work. Sir, we have the issue of ICT. Currently, a digitalization program that is on, and we really appreciate. It is a step in the right direction. We can at this time and age for more machines and attain the success. So, and attain the success. So, lastly, to 20. The OCS to 20. The OCS for also was transferred, and we remained with only a senior transferred, and we remained with only a senior as Kendube. I'm requesting that that if possible, the senior sergeant of that is the past. Thank you. So done the Hackley thing of banning the station, but most of them, I'm appealing that the station can be rebuilt as quickly as possible. We are ready as officers. There are our people. There is no way we can abandon.
Mr. Kibore, asante sana, mpigieni makofi tena. Watakaofuata sasa ni Assistant County Commissioners, na ningependa tuanze na
This is the only cadre that I give the OCSs and the chiefs some latitude kidogo, because they are the lowest in their different lines of duty. So is there an OCS who thinks there is something left? And I'm glad that the OCS spoke about the fuel, because when I talked about it, somebody thought I was talking my own things. Yes, I think that's the only one. Just additional.
Thank you very much, sir. I think out of this forum, and it should be on record, I'm the only OCS who is going to benefit 80% of the contribution in this house. My name is Arafred Wafula Bunuzu. I've served for the last 36 years. I'm a holder of an OGW. I'm the OCS Sena Police Station, and I've got 2 islands. One is Takawiri, and it does not have a police officer. The other one is Remba. You can only access it once per day using a water bus. The other one is Ringiti. You can only access it when you have got 1,200. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Last, sir, make it a pronouncement, because I've been OCS Foundation Police Station in Igiranje for 3 years. I'm an instructor. Most of these people are my students. Just allow the regional commander, the county commanders, plus the OCBDs to have their own meeting, arrange for the so-called PTC, as it used to called B by that time, Provincial Training Centers. Why am I saying so? When we are releasing officers from Kiganjo, they are half-baked kwa sababu ni vijana wamelala kidogo, hawajakumbuka kitu kingine. But the regional commander and the county commander, if they sit down, we keep them what is required. We will come out with professional officers within our region and in our sub-counties and the counties. Because I know the two DIGs, it is a burden to them to make these officers go to Embakasi, others go to Kiganjo. It is a big burden. But if we reduce it back to the regional commanders and the county commanders, sir, you will see efficient officers as opposed to the issue they're saying, we have got to show the investigation of a case. We want to, I thank God you will come, you will relieve me. The past that was in my head is not relieved. I will sleep today. God bless you, sir.
If I was to quote Jesus, I would say, go, your faith has healed you. Thank you, Madam RC, proceed. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I had said our next speaker will be Mr. Sami Twala, ACC Kaksingri West. Karibu.
Okay, our CS, Ministry of Interior and National Administration, our two PSS from the ministry. Let me ride on the already established protocol. Good afternoon. My name is Sami Twala, ACC for Kaksingiri Division in Tuba Central. I'm speaking on behalf of ACCs, and we want to be very brief because most of the issues have been aired by the chiefs and it cut across. So point number one, I just want to echo what the Assistant Chief said on the issue of national celebration days. We as the ACCs, we have the responsibility of reading the President's speech in every division. Now that we don't have the fund for that celebration, we are having a challenge of bringing people to attend those celebrations. And even giving the children who are coming to perform, the school children, even the water to entertain. So I want you, the CS, to consider that and release the fund 2 weeks before the celebration so that we can do the purchase and the procurement side which is required. Another issue on illicit brew fights, we still have the issue with the courts. The fine that the courts are giving these brewers and sellers is very lenient. In cases of the areas like Homabay, where we have people to an extent of creating a floating island as a brewing den, those people should be fined $1 million and 10 years in imprisonment because they are killing our people. So I want you, the CS, to consider talking with the Attorney General so that these people should be fined good money. They are very well organized. They even have their Jukwaa La Usalama, where they raise their money so that when we arrest them, they will just give fines. They pay very, very well. So consider that one. Another issue on the issue of the promotion, ACCs, all the ACCs, all the way from 2015, 2016, going back, they are promoted. They have no issue with promotion. But we, the cadre 2021, 2022, we are still remaining. We have now 4 years. This is the 5th year in service. We are due for promotion to Job Group L. Kindly consider us for that promotion. The issue of AIA, our colleagues have already talked about it. I don't want to talk about increasing or reducing, but even timely reimbursement of those money, of the release of that money. It really makes us suffer that to an extent that we don't have the stationaries in our offices. Here in Homabay, we have areas which are should be hardship areas. It used to be, but it was removed. But other colleagues from the public service, like teachers, the judiciary, and others, they are getting those allowances. Areas like Suba West, Suba Central, and Rachonyo, Mvangano Islands. All officers who are working there should be considered for hardship allowance. Lastly, the issue of mobility. I think the issues have been already raised several times. With the ACCs in the entire Homabay County, we don't have even a single vehicle for ACC in the entire county. So we rely with the DCCs, some for the OCSs, na zingine za SIPU. So you see the challenge that the ACCs were having in this sub-county. At least you can reserve 3 to 4 vehicles in each county for the ACCs, so that we'll be sharing. Here in Homabay, we have the largest portion of Lake Victoria. And we are manning so many of our division are the islands. Those islands they are mentioning, they are divisions. So we require boats, patrol boats, for the divisions.
Hiyo sitaogopa, aje nimesema nikifuatwa nitakufuata. So sisi kwa sababu hii NTSA banki tunajua tuko pale. Utusaidie mahali hapa kabisa. Hata hawana maana. Hawana kabisa. Because usipowapatia pesa hawatafanya inspection. So najua hayo mambo yatafanyika. Hao watu wako dissolved, hata sijui wawekwe kwa ofisi ya chief huko. Okay. Jambo lingine bwana si Mr. Masengeli saa. Ningeomba hivi quarter master uniform, not that, itolewe industrial area ipelekwe Kiganjo training college. Why? Wakati tunaenda training, ukienda huko unaambiwa hii long ni mbaya, jacket hii hatutaka kuiona kesho. Sasa utaenda wapi? Kwa sababu administration police tulikuwa tunaenda hapo kwa Kiganjo, utaambiwa kesho hataka kuona hii, utaambiwa enda kwa hiyo kantini. Ukienda kwa hiyo ni Kiganjo, hapo kantini hapo ilie ni kwamba hapo Kiganjo tena tamba our DIG. Sasa Kiganjo una kiatu inang'alishwa na vanish